we're making some serious progress in this game. This is already our 4th battle against N, the so-called king of Team Plasma. And what is he going to use as his lead this time? Oh! A PP Waster 10,000! Awesome! Good thing I've been killing them by the dozens. In this cave, I've proven that I can take them down with just 2 rock smashes, so that's exactly what I'll be doing. Not gonna waste any earthquake or rock slide PP, even though I'm really close to the exit of the cave. Mud Slap lowers my accuracy. I hope it's not gonna bite me in the ass. And just shut up and let me kick your ass properly. And down Boldor goes. So, once again, this is a battle that opposes you against a bunch of wild Pokemon that are freshly caught, found in the area. Next up is Joltik, so I'm gonna go with the Sigilif. Using Excadrill would be the smart choice, but on top of the accuracy drop that I want to get rid of, Sigilif is reasonably close to learning Psychic, so I'm gonna try and push in that general direction. Clink. Well, I'm gonna send back Excadrill for this one, and I think I'm gonna go all out for this one and use Earthquake, because I'm actually openly going for the one-hit KO this time, since it does not have Sturdy. Instead it has either plus or minus, I don't know which. So Clink goes down, and there's only one Pokemon left, and if my memory serves me correctly, it should be Ferroseed. Yeah, you really think you're going to be making a comeback with this? Bold attempt from a guy whose best idea of a comeback involves jerking off into a ceiling fan. Anyway, Earthquake, of course, takes down Ferroseed in one hit, even though it's not super effective. And wahaha, boo-hoo, cry me a river. So, it's at this point of the game that, his character is sort of starting to evolve. Sort of like Silver in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where, he's starting to doubt his own convictions, for better or for worse. And Bianca managed to catch up with me while I'm talking to that Creepazoid. So, yeah, not very good timing. Can't believe you heard... My character's a mute! He never said a damn thing! Except for maybe the yes at the end of the last video, but that's about it. And now Anne is going to scold Professor Juniper for, her research on Pokemon and how it goes against everything Anne believes in. And, of course, the very idea of a Pokedex revolts me. Well, boo-hoo-hoo! I would like to use that Mr. Krabs bit with the world's smallest violin, but I've already done so in my Soul Silver LP. So yeah, I'm not even gonna force feed that down your throats. And Juniper stays surprisingly polite, considering you're saying I should just allow people to think whatever they want. Are you serious? Did he just say that? Your Republican Party membership card is going to arrive in the mail in a few days, Mr. Gropius. Anyway, now he's gone. We won't have to deal with him anymore. Didn't expect him to change his mind right away. Well, you could sort of see right after I beat him that he was starting to wonder about his own convictions. And we're going to get force-fed some more stuff about how Pokemon and humans help each other, and we've already heard it so many times that it's honestly starting to get old, even if it's the theme of the game. So, now that these two are gone, I was about to say we can move on to Mistralton City, but I guess not. After all, we still have a dozen steps to go until the exit, so this should mean, about 10 random battles, maybe 8 if we're lucky. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna wait however long it takes because I'm not in any dire situation. And we made it! We are out of Chargestone Cave and into Mistralton City! Great! This is the moment I I have been waiting for a while, and no doubt you've been waiting for it as well, because fighting those Pharaoh Seeds and Joltics can get a little annoying at times. So, of course, I will be healing my Pokemon since, well, the PP situation isn't dire since I went back to see the doctor in the last video, but always a good idea to heal whenever you come out of a cave. When a Pokemon learns Hidden Power, somehow I can tell what type that move will be. Well, that is a very useful service. So, you know, let's just give it a spin just to show you what it's like. I'm going to pick the Excadrill just because I'm lazy and it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. So the move's type would be Dark. Dark Hidden Power is the type that is attributed to a Pokemon that has perfect IVs, just as a bit of random trivia. Now, of course, that probably doesn't mean my Excadrill has perfect IVs, unless the power of that thing is 70, and even there, I don't think it's a guarantee. Though I'm not really that much into hidden power mechanics, and here you can buy the weather TMs. I don't know why you ever would do that, because weather is so good because it's permanent. If it's not permanent, there's no point in trying to use it. So, this house, a pretty interesting house, because this is where, this girl here is the move relearner in this game. You can give her heart scales in exchange for getting moves back on Pokemon, moves that they've forgotten or that they never knew in the first place. So I'm just going to show you the kind of thing that you can do so you can teach all those moves back to Excadrill. Not really interested. Yes, I will give up trying to make Excadrill remember a move. You saw Horndrill on that list. There's something that I want to say about Horndrill Excadrill at some point, but it's probably going to have to wait until I get out on Route 7. So, yeah, the move deleters always seem to forget who they are at first, no matter which region they're from. So, move deleter, very useful for forgetting about HM moves. Otherwise, nah, not very useful. So, now we're hearing about a few ways to get some heart scales. You show off your Pokemon to a lady in Driftvale City. We've already seen that. That Pokemon has to have the appropriate TM move. So, moving right along, we don't get to get very far into the city, but because we're about to be introduced to two major characters. This man is Cedric Juniper, Oria's father, and, yeah, he's raiding my Pokedex even though Juniper did it not long ago, and yes, I've seen a Clink. I wonder if... No, you have to have seen a Clink by that point because N has one. So, yeah, as I was saying, this is Professor Juniper's father, and the young lady who's with him is Skank. I mean Skyla, the local gym leader. And oh, I'm getting a Pokedex upgrade. I did not remember that, so... Yeah, that upgrade, what does it do already? Oh, yeah, it's an upgrade that will allow you to see the various forms of a Pokemon, whether it's, actual forms or differences between genders, shinies, that kind of stuff. And we also get a function to make searching easier, and it's at this point that Skyla finally decides to chime in. Now, Skyla, and I think I've already said it, I think it was in my Platinum LP, is probably best known for the abhorrent amount of R-rated fan art of her that you can find on the internet. Speaking of that, now that I think of it, I sort of regret, not making a run for it and trying to reach this place when it's like winter and there's hailstorm and shit, and Skyla is half naked in a freaking hailstorm, just so that I could make fun of the game for being so, weird at times. I really don't have any better words for that. So now we're having to deal with some unnecessary banter that's totally unrelated to us, which is actually a pretty rare feat. Usually it involves us directly, but, oh well, don't really know what they were talking about, and quite frankly, I don't care. I don't care one bit either. And did he go in the general direction of Chargestone Cave? Well, that guy must be a glutton for punishment, unless he's got tons of repels on him. But, anyway, Skyla is going to tell us that we can't take on the gym quite yet because because over at the Celestial Tower, which is due north of here, we're going to have to cross Route 7 first, and apparently there's a sick Pokemon up there, in an obvious reference to the sick Ampharos from the Lighthouse in Olivine. And, yeah, we're gonna have to come along because we need to do so in order to make some progress. Also, hey, don't forget to put on clothes before you go there! Anyway, Mistralton City, blah, 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 blah. There's really not a whole lot to do here beyond the Move Deleter and the Move Relearner. And, yeah, as I said, lots of cannons in the gym. They look intimidating, but once again, this is one of those gyms that's really more linear than it lets on. It's pretty much the case for all the gyms in this game. Even the ice puzzles are sort of weak. The freaking ice puzzles are weak, so that's pretty sad. Now, over there, I think this is the path that leads to Route 7, so we're not going to go there quite yet, because we still have a bit of Mistralton left to explore. This building is the, how do you call it, the control tower of this airport. This airport was featured in an issue of Korokoro prior to the game's release, and back then it was rumored that we would get a brand new way of traveling, and it was rumored that these planes just might have been it, but that didn't turn out to be true at all. Of course, it sort of came true in Black and White too. You can ride one of these planes to the northwestern areas of Unova. In fact, you're forced to do so to progress into the game in the first place. So, yeah, really not a whole lot to do here, just a lot of NPCs to talk to. So while I talk to these, I just want to come back on something that I said in the last video about, Gothitelle not being all that hot. Well, as it turns out, it may be the case in Overused, but in the lower tiers, on the other hand, oh god, it was actually banned from Underused and is now borderline because of how easily it wrecked stall teams. And that was despite being rank number 57 on the Underused ladder. Now, even if it wasn't available all month, it didn't make much of a difference, because if it was, then it would have been ranked like 3 or 4 places higher, so maybe not even enough to make it into the Underused tier, and it was banned. So either this was the game's best-kept secret, or only the best players used it, and the others just said, nah, this thing sucks. And it's something that happens in competitive games sometimes, that something is super effective for really good players, but lesser players just can't wrap their heads around them, or the reverse, where weaker players will absolutely fall in love with certain stuff, while better players will dismiss it as complete crap. It's the kind of thing that can happen sometimes in games. So, a lot of people right in the middle of the runway, and, why? Oh, they only have one cargo flight a day. Well, that seems like an awful waste of perfectly good facilities. I mean, one cargo flight a day? Can't you think a little bigger than that? Instead of just putting all those installations to waste? Oh, the Skydrop TM! This move actually has a pretty weird glitch in doubles and triples. I don't play doubles and triples, so I'm not in a good position to explain the glitch. Okay, yeah, I remember this. There are a lot of hidden items in these fields, so I'm going to try and find them all, but, oh, I'm right on top of one. But yeah, if you want to read about that glitch, go to Bulba Garden and look up Skydrop or something, because I'm not really good at explaining it. By the way, because of that glitch, it's been banned in competitive battling and even in official tournaments since, well, pretty much forever. So, it's not like it's that good of a move anyway, but still, it's pretty weird that even Nintendo acknowledges that, yes, we fucked up, there's a game-breaking glitch associated with the move. And, okay, so I think, if I recall, the gym is all the way up this runway, but of course we can't go there quite yet, and even if I could, I would probably go out on Route Sorry about that, on Route 7 to train some more. So, I guess this is going to be the end for today. Next time, we're going to head out onto Route 7.